You are unlikely to find any of Mehrunes Dagon's servants in Wretched Spire, Master. Long ago, the Prince of Destruction commanded that no Daedra among his legions should look upon that place, or even speak of it. He was quite insistent. Never heard of him, but I do not trust him. I will watch him closely, Master. Sniff out his intentions. I have a keen sense of smell in this otherwise pathetic form. I'd prefer to be huge and powerful again, of course. But this form has some uses. I do not know. Lord Dagon wasn't in the habit of explaining his commandments. I heard the entire town was dropped into the Deadlands from someplace else, but I was never curious enough to investigate further. Sorry to have failed you, Master. At once, with you, Master. Let us lay waste to your foes!
I've heard the Dagonists have been largely driven from the city.
Vree considers this development. The cult's voltage no longer affect the mortals of Fargrave, then.
Yes, a relief to be sure.
Vree ponders this with regret. The mortals were more interesting when the cult toyed with their emotions.
What do you want?
I see the last of the Fool Killers still consorts with mortals.
And I see a blade bearer who could use a new perspective.
You travel a strange path.
Rinkias dislikes mortals and isn't thrilled to see me. No matter. He has a keen mind. He will see the benefit of sharing information. Talk to him and tell him what we found in Burning Gyre Keep.
Mortals in the Deadlands exist only at Mehrunes Dagon's sufferance. They grovel in his cult, toil as his slaves, or skulk and hide in places such as this, in the hope he will forget about them. Which are you? And why do you seek the Blade Bearers? No Blade Bearer would willingly enter a fortress loyal to Lord Dagon. I'm in search of my clan members who disappeared, however. You say you found one of our swords at Burning Gyre Keep. Tell me, what do you know of the Order of the Waking Flame? An audacious plan? Mehrunes Dagon has swallowed mortal realms before, or at least a portion of them. Such as this settlement you see before you. You are fortunate that their plan failed. What brings you to the Deadlands now? Vengeance? If Dagon's servants struck down my kin to protect this device, I will punish them. But first, they must be found. My scouts followed rumors to Xynoes's jail and Jin's foundry before they vanished. I will begin there. You may accompany me. Jind is a Dremora kin marcher. She studies relics and devices. Xynoes is Zivilai. He studies pain. They are both subordinates of Valkanaz Novkroz, who you say you encountered at Burning Gyre Keep. When Dagon's purposes interfere with our own, we gladly fight his minions. Prince Dagon knows this and welcomes it. We have met the Valkanaz in battle before. This business of mortal secrets and missing Dremora is new, however. The Blade Bearers come to Wretched Spire every cycle. It provides a place to plot our next campaign against rival clans. When one of our war parties never arrived, I dispatched scouts to find it. They made one report. Then they too disappeared. Kinmacher Jin oversees a foundry in the Sever, not far from Wretched Spire. Zainoaz is a master of a jail in the Burn, a place of suffering. My scouts reported that both seek information about mortal dealings, each in their own way. Ika, Drozu, stay vigilant. It's possible our clanmates will return while I am gone. The mortal appears. Surprising, but acceptable. I expected you to be killed on your way here. Perhaps you are more capable than you appear. This is the foundry of Jind, Kinmacher under Valkanaz Novkroz. Here she supervises Dremora who study and devise things of interest to the Valkanaz. Look for strange devices or documents about mortal machines in Jin's foundry. I will search for signs of my blade bearers and question any churls I find. There is a ritual site to the north. Meet me there when you finish searching the foundry. That would be an inefficient use of my time and abilities. Do not expect me to guard you, mortal, but if you die, as mortals are prone to do, I shall inform Lyranth, at my convenience. I've had few dealings with Kinmacher Jind, but I have reservations about any Dremora who dabbles in mortal inventions. It is an unseemly habit. Dislike? One must be familiar with something to dislike it. I am unfamiliar with your kind and not especially curious. You are simply unimportant. I mean no insult. I'm sure you are very important to you, as far as mortals are concerned. Comfort is not a concept I give much thought to. It is something mortals seek, to protect them from fears and cares. Or so I have heard. Dremora know little of fear, so the relative merits of being comfortable or uncomfortable are meaningless. I will only wait for a brief period at the ritual site after I complete my own investigations. Search quickly if you wish to compare notes.
That Rinkias doesn't know what to make of you, Master. He seems like the suspicious type. Strange drawing, Master. Does Jind intend to construct this thing? mortal woman dares command Jind and Nok'Vroz? Arrogant. Why does she need so many Dremora?
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant Armigers. Don't like your odds. Is that the last of them? Big fat.
Master, I sense a Death Stone. If you find it, we may learn something. There it is. Touch it, and you hear the victim's last thoughts. I never make the best Death Stones.
Even if I did translate the notes stolen from Sister Saldina. Nok'Vroz thinks he can make his own catalyst. Let them kill me. It'll never match Sister Saldina's brilliance.
Nok'Vroz seeks to undermine the mortal Saldina. Two factions vying for Lord Dagon's favor. Let us hope for rivers of blood.
I thought Jind would slice your flesh to ribbons. You are sturdier than you appear.
The weak mortal
Mortals have too many expressions. Your face tells me nothing. Did you find anything at the Foundry, or did you fail at your task? For what purpose? Prince Dagon commanded Valknaz Novkroz and his subordinates to assist the mortals of his waking flame cult. Or so I heard. If the mortals devised a tool for the prince's use, why would the Valknaz need one of his own? This reeks of mortal lies and trickery. Mortals do not enslave kin. And yet, I found signs left by my blade bearers. Kin of many clans gathered here before they were taken somewhere else. Yes. Kin are not to be used by mortals. The very thought offends me. I must find signs of my missing clanmates. Meet me near the jail of Xanawaz. The area features many deep ravines. Do not fall into one and die. You are not a blade bearer. You have no means to perceive the secret symbols of my kin. We are of oblivion, made of its substance. It is a simple thing to leave an impression that others of our clan can sense. We are blade bearers. All the kin of my clan are pact-bound one to another. The clan pact unites us in purpose, attunes us to each other. I know my kin, and can see what they wish me to see, others cannot. It is a connection that can never be broken. The clan pact shapes us. It defines our essential nature. Bladebearer is not an allegiance, it is what I am, what I ever will be. Should this form be destroyed, I will respawn in a new body. But the clan pact remains. We do not die, mortal. We will investigate the Zivilai, Xanawaz. I will meet you there, if you survive the journey. The Zivilai will grind your mortal bones to ash if he scents you here. Xanawaz is one of Valknaz Novkroz's most fearsome underlings. He commands many Dremora. I do not know if he and Jind work together for their master or if they compete for his approval. Blade bearers would not allow themselves to be seen by you, so do not waste your time looking for them. Search for information about the mortal device that drew my scouts to this site. I will look for my kin. You exhaust me with all these questions. Are all mortals so uncertain? There is a scouts camp north of Xanawaz's jail. I will await you there, but do not dawdle. My patience is extremely limited. Zivilai are reckless creatures. They rely on wild emotion and brute strength instead of skill and strategy. Dangerous to the weak or the unwary. You are still here. Was I not specific enough in my warning? Zivilai are rarely bound to any clan. Sometimes they work together, but it never lasts. They are arrogant and do not like taking orders. Only the most powerful Daedric lords can compel their obedience, such as Prince Dagon. The few I have seen are foolish, weak, or mad. There is no alliance with such creatures that would benefit my clan. Some Dremora see value in studying the doings of your kind, but not I. I leave that to Lyranth, the Fool Killer. That is the name of her clan, so to me she is Lyranth the Fool Killer, just as I am Rinkias the Blade Bearer. Do you not have clan names where you come from? The Earth concerns me. I cannot discern what she truly intends in these matters. Lyranth's curiosity leads her down murky paths. Her unseemly interest in you has lessened her. No, that is unfair. It has made her different. She is someone to be wary of. That is as true for mortals as it is for Dremora. Remember that. Stay alert, mortal. You seem to handle yourself well, but Xenoaz is dangerous.
What a poorly crafted runic crux. Whatever ritual they plan to use it for will most likely fail.
You are not one of these monsters. Daedra, tormentors. They questioned me, wanted me to demonstrate how to inscribe the runes. I tried to resist. Tell Sister Seltina I tried. The Cataclyst's runic crux. The focus of its power. These Daedra wanted to make their own. I didn't tell them everything. Tell Sister Seltina I did not reveal the Blind Seer's final gift. I never met him, but he invented the Cataclyst. We followed his schematics. The day of Lord Dagon's triumph draws near. I hope to see it. Damn Nok'Vraz and his torturer. Hidden. Safe. Nok'Vraz envies us. Hates Sister Seltina. Nok'Vraz fears that mortals will bring about Lord Dagon's triumph. Not Dremora. So he had me tortured. Help me.
Wicked. He probably didn't even provide the torturer with much sport.
Them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that. They're coming for us.
them.
Never used to fight this much, until I met you.
More scratchings? They really are trying to build their own Cataclysm, Master.
Come on. This isn't right.
You have found information. Perhaps you have proven yourself a useful companion after all. What have you learned? Of course. Akanaz Navkraz refuses to accept that the mortal followers of Mehrunes Dagon can succeed where he has failed. A useful insight. What else did you find out? Blind seer. That means nothing to me. Nor can I make sense of the drawing. The runic crux, however. The work seems poorly done. Xynoaz's methods have their limitations. I found something as well. A hidden message from my blade bearers. My kin learned little that we did not already know. They waited here, hoping to trail a waking flame messenger back to Sister Seldina. Since they are not here, it must have worked. Which leaves us no closer to finding this mortal device, or my kin. Defective parts, strange scribblings, the inventions of a blind seer. I hope Lyranth learned more in Fargrave.
The inventions of a blind seer. Interesting. I believe we know his name.
Elagian. That's what I remembered earlier. Lyranth helped me.
Elagian? That old lunatic? He was locked in the blood pit last I knew.
Did that Daedrat talk?
This pathetic form holds Aarox the Mutilator, Titan of Destruction! Master, let's talk. Not so long ago, the blood pit trembled at the mere rumor of my approach. They cowered before me. I first encountered Elagian there. He was quite mad. Probably still is. I'm not sure what he'll be able to tell you, Master. The Blood Pit is a foul prison that I once oversaw. When I was cursed, I awoke there in this reduced form, cast down with others who offended Mehrunes Dagon. That's where I met Elagian. He was locked in a prison within the prison. The Durance Vile. Master, I am not sure if Elagian knows who Elagian is, or why he is there. You'll see. The Blood Pit lies northwest of Burning Gyre Keep. I can guide you, but the presence of powerful Daedra not aligned with Prince Dagon will be noticed. The Blood Pit imprisons disloyal Daedra with mystic wards. Lyranth and the Blade Bearer would have to shatter those wards to enter. Mortals, walls and locks are enough to bar your path. Your Dremora allies cannot come with us. I was imprisoned there before I escaped, only to be captured by the Collector. Damn his many eyes! They never were able to overcome my natural immunity to the wards. Something to do with my position before I was cursed, I imagine. Probably not. Mortals are delicate about such things. The Blood Pit is a cruel place, Master. Prince Dagon sends his enemies there to suffer. Mortal prisoners do not last long, unless they are valuable in some way. Let us depart, Master.
Let's meet at the Blood Pit. If I know Elagian, maybe he knows me. The Blood Pit. If names are omens, then this is a dire one. After what Aarox told us about the place, I admit I wouldn't want to set foot there until we exhausted every other lead we had. I'm not sure. Wouldn't a place like this leave scars you couldn't forget? I don't know. And what does it matter? However we met, I just hope Elagian can tell me who I was before this mask was adhered to my face. It would also be nice if he can tell us something useful about the Riven Cataclysm. There, an overseer. Let's see what's going on.
The blind old fool is useless. All he did was babble about nonsense.
He is becoming resistant to the elixir, Valkenar's Nokros. There's nothing to be done.
Nothing to be done? Be grateful that I am not my predecessor, Aarox the Mutilator.
Nokros is weak. I would have killed the Overseer for her failure.
Valkenar's Nokros. Do you have any idea when we can expect Aarox the Mutilator to return?
Aarox never left.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
He did this to me? That bloodless ash pile!
Improve the elixir before I return. And forget Aarox. He's no longer your concern.
was a bit of a warm-up.
The Warden's Overlook is nearby. The entrance is a portal. We might find the location of Elagian's Durin's Vial there.
Hey! Stick with me! Big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Look up there! Nok'Roz returns!
Have you completed your interrogation, Valkanos Nok'Roz?
Nothing but a waste of time. Just more of the same. Secure the Durin's Vial until I return. I must go. That tiresome mortal Selbina insists on my presence. Improve the elixir before my next interrogation.
He's getting away! I'll kill him! I remember the smells of this place. The old seer should be behind a glowing door.
So close, but one more obstacle. Any ideas? If Aarox is right, Elagian is behind that glowing door. That's a lot of security for one old blind seer, though. I guess we need to figure out how to open Elagian's cell if I really want to talk to him. Yeah, I thought so too. But what if something in my past is terrible? What if that's why I can't, or won't, remember? Alright, let's do this. I think we can use Lucent crystals, just like back at the bathhouse in the Shambles. Lucents can be charged with energy and used to activate all sorts of things, like opening that door, maybe. Gather some Lucents and look for a Dynamis font to charge them. There's got to be one around here. Maybe on the balcony up above? Spend any amount of time scavenging in Fargrave or various realms of Oblivion, and you'll run into a few of these Daedric devices. Lucents are usually easy to find. The tricky part is locating a Dynamis font that still works.
I remember. There's a rune of unsealing on the balcony above. It unlocks the cell door,
And look over
Master.
there! A charge... Now place the charged Lucent in the discharge labrum. I see discharge labrums on the balcony above. Find some Lucents, charge them, then place them up there.
The masked one speaks true. We need charged Lucents.
Hurry! Activate the Rune of Unsealing before an Overseer comes round.
Good. The sooner we finish with the old seer, the sooner we can punish Knockfrost.
That did it. Now let's see what
A noise. Is someone there? No. No more visions. I don't want to drink anymore. Drink, brink, sink.
The blind seer is mad. I warned you, Master.
Can you hear all of them? I hear all of them. Pour the season on the coals. All good children get sweet rolls. More questions? No more questions. Is it the season of blossoms yet? That was always my favorite. All my ideas gone. They poured them out, and now I'm an empty bottle. So empty. Sometimes everything is right again. Usually not. But so many, many questions. I won't answer them unless... Do you smell flowers? Flowers, cowers, showers.
Knockfrost mentioned an elixir, didn't he? If you can find one, maybe it'll calm him down.
Taste of spring rains hand in a bottle. Pour and pour on the coals helps calm my
That
mental
smells like
debacle.
rendered okram fat. I like it, but it might kill the old seer. Oh, bile. Delicious. But probably not what you'd use to clear a mortal's mind. That smells wrong. All heat and mortal sweat. Trust me. That bottle smells of Nirn. I hate it. But this ridiculous nose of mine is not wrong. Try it, Master. Pour it on the braziers.
My mind grows still, free of those awful visions. I do not know you, stranger, but I thank you. And the others I hear. The elixir grants me only a few moments of clarity, so speak swiftly. What do you ask of me? That vile creation. Nok'Vroz was just here asking about it. The Riven Cataclysm is my burden, my punishment, my greatest sorrow. I did not realize the purpose my designs would be turned to. Why do you seek it? Yes, I believe you speak true. Destroying it would be good. You can get to the Cataclysm by going to Annihilox's summit. Nok'Vroz speaks freely in my presence. He thinks me mad, that I hear nothing. Well, I am mad, and blind, but I'm not deaf. The Anchorite? No, I've not heard that word. But I sense my work. She wears my mask, doesn't she? I crafted that cursed item. It suppresses memories, both the wearers and those who knew the wearer. Everyone forgets. Speak quickly, stranger. I cannot tell you who I made the mask for or why. The enchantment I devised does not simply abolish the wearer's memories. It erases the wearer from the memory of anyone who knew her. Whoever she was, that person is forgotten. Of course not. The mask hides who she was, not who she is now. Think twice before you seek to unbind the mask from your friend. That curse was most likely put in place for her own protection.
You seem like a kindly old owl. I wish I could help you.
A kindly old owl. I remember a young girl called me that once. I have something for you.
Something for me? What is it?
This amulet. I've been saving it for so long. For you, I think. Now go. My mind. Kind, wind, blind. It fills with a storm.
A sewer on the east wall. That's our exit, Master. We should hurry and return to Wretched Spire.
Goodbye, old owl. Let's meet back at Wretched... He remembered my mask and this amulet, but he didn't remember me.
Interesting. You appear to have survived Dagon's worst prison and suffered little to no damage. And your demeanor suggests that you succeeded in your mission, though the Anchorite seems distressed. Tell me, what happened in the Blood Pit? I know Annihilox's summit, a high peak in the Sever, inhospitable to mortals, and Dremora for that matter. Few go there. It would be a perfect place to hide the Riven Cataclysm. But what's wrong with the Anchorite? Did Elegyne recognize her? Did he now? The Cataclysm and the mask. This Elegyne is clever indeed. I am more determined than ever to examine the Riven Cataclysm in detail. We must also keep the Waking Flame from misusing it, of course. Patience, mortal. You have done well. Take pride in your accomplishments and accept this minor token of my appreciation. With Rincaius, Arox, and the Anchorite at our side, we may yet complete both our missions. Prepare yourself. We move out shortly. Look at us, little mortal. Forced to accept the word of a blind old seer. Imprisoned and driven mad in Mehrunes Dagon's blood pit. If Elegyne is to be believed, we'll find Sister Saldina and the Riven Cataclysm at the summit. I have heard of the location. A barren peak scoured by winds that flay flesh from bone. A good place to build a secret retreat, provided the walls can withstand the constant winds. Sister Saldina has taken great care to hide the Riven Cataclysm. Always. With Rincaius and his blade bearers beside us, we will fight our way to the Riven Cataclysm. When I have seen what I need to, you can destroy the device. Meet us at the base of an Islark summit, provided you want to be part of this. Grab the Daedrat and prepare yourself. The dangers of an Islark summit are enough to make even a Dremora pause. I assume we will have to deal with both Nokfrost's forces and the Order of the Waking Flame along the way. That seems unlikely. If Saldina already had such an army, she would deploy it at once. Remember, she is eager to conquer Fargrave and earn Prince Dagon's favor. Still, I do not think we have much time before that changes. Possibly. But each time we delay the Waking Flame, we make it less likely that Elegyne's mad vision becomes a reality. Although it might have been for the best if you had removed Elegyne while you were in the Blood Pit. If Elegyne can create something as powerful as the Riven Cataclysm or as subtle as the Anchorite's mask, what else might he devise? One never knows how a talent such as that might prove useful. The incarnates we encountered were indeed mindless engines of destruction. The Dremora within no longer thinks. All it knows is power and rage. Sister Saldina directs these living weapons for now. But Valkanaz Nokfrost wants this power too. Volunteer. The very thought is repugnant. Do you not understand how we value what makes us who we are? To surrender to such a process is to be destroyed. The essence survives, but the mind, the purpose, gone forever. Do you imagine they had a choice?
Let us go, Master.
I'll meet you at a Nyalok summit, but we should be careful. I expect that both Sister Saldina and Nokfrost may be there.